they have a penchant for gossip. Ghana for concern. We are interested in other people's business.
I want us to come there.
They have the penchant for gossip.
I want us to come there.
Oh, yes.
Wait a little bit. Is it only a Ghanaian thing?
There were newspapers that were using this strategy, and it's the same strategies that content creators are using these days.
Now. Yeah, it's true.
Wild captions, wild headlines.
Do you have an example?
So you have seen that they are doing some concern content. They have 1 million views. No, you will lose your authenticity and your originality.
Then I will end up chasing clout.
Yes,
calls from people in Accra.
Exactly.
Ready to tell their stories
because they appreciate what you are doing.
Absolutely.
And they know the magnitude of what you are doing, and it should be a wake-up call to the people in Kumasi. Business executives, creatives, open yourself up.
If today were your last day on earth, what would you be remembered for? Join me as I welcome my special guest, Barimah Kwabena Owusu, in the studio. Welcome, my bro.
Thank you, my brother.
My guy.
Charlie, I mean, first of all, I would like to say you are doing a great job on the University of Life podcast. I mean, it all boils down to the fact that if your mind can conceive it, you can achieve it.
Absolutely.
Because I remember when you started this discussion of University of Life podcast, you said you wanted, I'm like, bro, start. You dream big, you start small.
Sure.
And I am glad that it's catching on. People are enjoying it. So, I mean, cheers and toast to more episodes of University of Life podcast.
Once again, welcome to
Thank you.
the podcast.
Thank you, Mr.
How
Lee.
is Kumasi treating you?
Kumasi, I would like to say that Kumasi has treated me very well. I mean, I'm from this city.
Okay.
I've basically lived all my life in this city, and I hold this city close to my heart. I mean, I hold it like a badge of honor. So anywhere that I go, I'm glad to represent Kumasi. I'm glad to say positive and nice things about Kumasi. Kumasi is a city that loves its own, celebrates people, celebrate creators, celebrate people who have paid their dues.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, if you are doing a great job in Kumasi, you know how the people will treat you. I love being here.
Wow. Take me back a little bit. How long have you been an entertainment journalist in Kumasi?
In 2015, then my godfather, he's a celebrity publicist.
All right.
He's been a publicist for Samini. He's worked with Samini for a decade plus. He worked with Kaki. He worked with Edem, and he was the one who held my hand and opened the door for me to enter into this space. Already, wow. I had understudied at Kessben FM. I had done attachment there, understudied there under the tutelage of Kwame Frimpong Sims, DJ Sims. I had a lot of knowledge there. And then, may God rest his soul, Confidence K-Ban was also an inspiration to me on this journey, you understand? So in 2015, my godfather was like, this year I need to, put you on. So in 2015, I remember I was not in Kumasi. I had traveled then. Then I got a call from Claudia Donko of Asase Radio.
Sure.
She's my godmother. I mean, right. if I'm to talk about what Claudia has done for me, she actually held my hand, in the industry, told people, introduced me to people that this is my guy. So I got a call from Na, and Na was like, oh, hello, is this Barima? I would like to meet you. I would like to work with you. I was like, really?
Oh.
Because Na Claudia was someone I had watched on TV. She was the magazine host for Ghana Most Beautiful, I think 2013, 2014, thereabout. So I had watched there, and it was like, am I dreaming, or is this a reality? Somebody should wake me up. So I got a chance to meet her, and it started from there. I mean, I joined EIB Network. Before signing permanently, I was, I don't know how to call it, whether to call it internship, whatever. But I was there for a brief period of like, let's say a year before I got, I got the opportunity to finally, do my thing. Yeah.
So, in one word, could you please describe the media industry in Kumasi?
The media industry in Kumasi is very thriving. It's a thriving one, and it's a buoyant one. Why do I say it's buoyant and thriving? It's thriving in the sense that every now and then there is a new radio station in Kumasi.
Okay.
So if it's not thriving, if it's not buoyant, if it's not strong, why are people still pumping money into that industry? You understand? So it tells you one thing. It tells you that even with the advent of new media, digital media, TikTok, whatever, people still love their traditional media in Kumasi.
Absolutely.
And media in Kumasi is one area that when you are in, you are treated like a king.
Wow.
And the evidence is clear. Evidence abounds. People treat you, they hold you in high esteem.
Wow.
When you are a media personality, it's not a joke. Unlike other cities, when you go to Accra, you are doing media. Yes, they respect you for that, but people don't have time to see you. Hey, Moshe, Mr. Lee, no, people don't have that time.
Sure,
they don't have that time because Accra is more of a cosmopolitan city.
Sure.
Kumasi is a traditional city. Kumasi love is tradition. So, like I said earlier, if you are doing something and people appreciate it, they hold you in high esteem. You would have people, that is the reason why back in the days, you have people playing for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They will play a game on Sunday. Then on Monday, you will see the players working at the doom and people will be dashing their money. That is the same situation with media in Kumasi. So if you do and you do it well, my brother, you are going to enjoy the fruit of your labor. I know a couple of media guys who would send shout-outs to people, and when they finish, they'll be like, oh, Charlie, Fahadame, that thing is there. People love to, even appreciate you for the work that you are doing. So, yes.
Wow. I have a special question to ask you, but this is something that is relative to what you're talking about.
Exactly.
What's one thing you love about media?
I love media because media gives you the power, it gives you the opportunity and the avenue to tell the stories. Wow. The stories that people don't know. I mean, it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. And when you are in the media space, people have a certain level of respect for you, not because you know it all, but people think that you have some certain level of knowledge.
Sure.
You understand?
Right.
So sometimes when I see these days, when I see people doing things and they're doing it anyhow, I feel very bad. And it takes me back to the years. I think somewhere in 2008 or 7 or so, President Kufuor was of the opinion that journalists and media should be licensed and that media personnel or journalists should have a special license. You see, doctors write licensure exams.
Sure.
Nurses write licensure exams. Lawyers write licensure exams. So if you misbehave or you go contrary to the tenets and the ethics of your profession, your license is revoked. So President Kufuor was of the opinion that to sanitize the media space, you understand, there should be license. Why am I saying this? The profession that some of us grew up to love these days is not the same.
Absolutely.
People are misbehaving all in the name of I'm a media person. They'll carry camera, go sit in front of camera, open the microphone and say a lot of things.
Are you talking about bloggers?
Exactly. Bloggers and mainstream media, traditional media.
Okay.
And that is a problem that as a nation we need to tackle. The National Media Commission should be up and doing.
Wow.
Ghana Journalists Association should also play their part. Because you see, the things that were said in Rwanda that created genocide is not far from us.
Sure.
So we cannot allow people to go and sit on media in the name of partisan politics and be spewing, excuse my language, gibberish, inciting chaos and unrest in the country. It should not be allowed. Because these days you have political parties having their own media pro political parties. So you have pro NDC stations, you have pro MPP stations. When you go to America, we have pro Republican TV station, we have pro Democrat station as well.
Sure.
CNN is pro Democrat.
Sure.
Fox is pro Republican,
So
but they
it's
do
everywhere.
yes, it's everywhere, but they do their job diligently. Unlike Ghana, where you have someone go and sit on Power Radio or XYZ inciting chaos because his party is not in power.
Wow.
Then you have the same person go and sit on Oman FM, to me saying all sort of things.
Sure.
I think these things should be nipped in the bud because the media that we grew up to enjoy, the media that Elizabeth Onyini shaped, the media that Tommy Annan Forson shaped, the Komladumo media, it's not the media we're experiencing now. And the fault cannot be laid on the doorstep of new media alone. Traditional media has also gotten into that same situation.
Wow.
Because of trends, traditional media these days have abandoned their core duty of news reporting, bringing you the facts.
That's true.
Because they are joining something TV on TikTok or on YouTube, who is propagating some gossip or something to channel the same information, which is wrong.
That's true.
We should set the standards.
Good.
EIB taught me so many things. Mr. Lee, when you work at EIB, EIB is a well-structured media firm.
Okay.
Just like working at multimedia.
Right.
It's well-structured. You don't go in and you start doing anything that you like. You have HR, you have programs director, you have business manager, you have a news editor who is supervising what is going on air, going online as well. So you don't wake up and do things. You have one thing I miss about working in a radio station or a media firm is I call it the morning editorials. It's beautiful. You get to share your idea. Your colleagues share their ideas also. News stories that you want to follow for the day is discussed at editorials. Right. Then you collectively, you all decide that, okay, these are the news stories that we are treating for the day. And thanks to my former news editor of blessed memory, Mr. Julius Izana, who passed away last year. I mean, he taught us so much. He imbibed in us a lot of lessons that has shaped the narrative. So sometimes when I see things done anyhow, I feel like, look, it could be done this way, it could be done that way. But it looks like these days we've allowed people, we're giving them too much freedom to do what they like. EIB Network gave me the opportunity to work with the BBC.
Okay.
And it's one opportunity that I cherish, I hold to my heart.
Wow.
I worked with the BBC. BBC focus on Africa. I worked with Kwesi Sapon and his producers. It's really, I learned a lot. It wasn't like something that was for a longer period, but that short period, I really learned a lot from that. So I'm grateful to all the bosses that I've worked with along the line who has shaped my career. I think I also like to express and say a very big thank you to my boss, Kwame Adinkra Apotiti. He also shaped the narrative, also, through his wise counsel. I mean, I worked with him at Ebusua FM, and my big sister, Eunice at Accra Menu, I also worked with her at Ebusua FM. They all played a key role in shaping the narrative.
Good. In the speed and the growth of AI and new media, is traditional media still relevant?
Yes, traditional media is still relevant. This question it takes me down memory lane. I remember some time back we were in our newsroom at Ultimate FM, and we were having a conversation, and I was having a conversation with my good brother Austin Wood, Obimpina Austin Wood, and I was telling him that, look, if traditional media do not take care, in years to come, if they do not modernize their operations, they will be out of business. Because when you go to other countries, and I like to use examples, when you go to America, or Europe, there are media firms that do not own radio stations, they don't have TV stations, but they are operating well. TMZ, for example, is an online media platform. It's a digital media platform. But TMZ is one of the biggest media hubs, entertainment media hubs in the world. When it comes to breaking news, covering Hollywood and all the biggest stories. I can go on and on and cite other examples, you understand. So traditional media in Ghana is still active, because most of the time I've encountered people say that, oh, I saw it online. Me who know online Facebook, but I'm in Gini team could tell laughs and I cry. You understand? I've also heard people say that, oh, I saw this person post it, but I didn't believe it. So I think traditional media is still playing their key role in shaping the narrative or telling the story. But leaders and bosses of traditional media should be up and doing to catch up with the evolving nature of media.
I see.
Yes. Because media is evolving. We are doing this podcast.
Absolutely.
We don't have a TV channel.
That's true.
All we have is YouTube. YouTube is one of the biggest TV channels in the world.
Absolutely.
People go there and watch. You understand? So if traditional media operators, bosses, managers do not factor in that, look, digital media is on the ascendancy. So we need to put in efforts to, catch up. They will be found lacking behind.
Wow.
Yes.
The advent of social media, new media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, content creation in general has come to stay.
Exactly.
And as you said, it has evolved.
Exactly.
What do you think most of the traditional media are missing out?
They unfortunately for them, fortunately, they are not missing out on a lot, because I think that these days almost all the contents that we consume on traditional media are also online.
All right.
They are also being streamed online, so they are not missing out too much. But I feel like they can do more. They can do more in the sense that they can create content solely for digital media. You understand? Aside the fact that they are being streamed, they can do content that people can go and still watch. For example, YouTube contents that people can still go and consume. And there are other platforms that they can tap in. You understand? So traditional media should understand that digital media or new media has come to stay and is going to stay forever. So they need to do more to catch up. Make sure that they invest. When I talk about investment, I'm talking about investment in the sense that if you want to compete with new media, then invest in that particular area as well.
Okay.
If you are buying cameras for the TV station for news coverage, you should also make sure that you assign cameras from digital media, have a special, and God being so good, whilst I was at EIB, we had a special unit or department, EIB Digital. It was solely for digital. The traditional media, the TV and the radio were running on their own, but we have EIB Digital, which was churning out digital content. You understand? And I know in recent times too, Media General to have MG Digital. It's a great move. We should be encouraged to venture more. See, one thing I learned when I had the opportunity to work with the BBC or Focus on Africa team, they are already, they even before digital media became explosive, they were tapping into it. So wherever there they go, they have their cameras ready, like their phone cameras ready. They have contents that they know that these type of contents are not going on TV.
Sure.
They are going on their digital media platforms.
Sure.
So whilst they are recording or filming for TV, for radio, they are also filming and recording for digital media, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So we should be also doing that. We should be also looking at those areas and make sure to tap in. Because these areas are still gray areas that we can tap in. So let's do more. Let's tap in.
Okay.
Let's take the news to the people. The people are on the media. Let's take it to them.
Wow.
Because how many people these days, how many people do you find listening to radio? People still listening to their radio, of course.
Sure.
But you would find 2,000 people watching a Kessben show on Facebook.
Live.
2,000 people, 20K, 15K.
Wow.
So it means that, imagine you step out right now from this office after the shoot is done and we have 15,000 following us. Imagine the numbers. Even if 100 people are following us,
it's impressive.
It's impressive. So we should think about those areas as well. After the show on radio, which is being streamed on our Facebook pages, what next? We can cut those or like edit them, cut them, post it on our YouTube channels for consumers who did not have the luxury of watching or listening to also enjoy.
Wow. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So that you also get those viewers. And
Wow.
you tap into that area as well.
Wow. We will talk about the benefits of new media, the challenges as well. But then let's look at this. Surviving as a media person in Kumasi. I know you have a lot to share. I know, because you've been in this industry for a long time. Surviving in Kumasi. I would like for us to compare running in media in Accra versus Kumasi. But then let's look at it this way. Surviving in media in Kumasi, how is it?
Surviving in media in Kumasi is very hectic. Very, very hectic. Because running a successful media in Kumasi, it involves a lot. First of all, the news is not closer to you.
Okay.
The news is far away from you. So the cost of even getting the news is far away from you. You have everything is practically happening in Accra. So you would have to get reps in Accra to cover the news for you.
Absolutely.
Resource persons, they are far away from you. The MPs, all of them, if you are running a political show, all your resource people, if you need someone to, it might probably on phone.
Sure.
But if news file, Lawyer Samson Ladi Ayedini needs the Minister of Foreign Affairs to speak, he can walk into the studio at Kokomlemle to make his submission.
So simple.
It's very simple. But look at the cost involved getting the unless the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Education is, let's say, on a visit to Kumasi. Unless he's on a visit to Kumasi, that's where you can. It cuts across in all factors of the industry, whether it's entertainment, whether it's sports. There is a challenge. So, I mean, sometimes getting recognition is also another challenge.
Okay.
There are people working in Kumasi in the media space doing so well, but because in Kumasi there is this notion that Raymond Yomufi Kumasi, so they are not cut for it. Mm-hmm. Which sometimes beats my imagination, because there are people who came from this city who went to Accra, do their thing, and they are doing it so well. They are doing it even better than some of the people in Accra.
Absolutely.
The so-called big guys. Whether it's sports, whether it's news, whether it's drive time, whatever. But you see, when you are not doing it in Accra and you are doing it in Kumasi, there's that notion, there's that tag. You may they say Kumasi 4 day. And that is one thing that we need to work on.
Okay.
Because it's very difficult. Because even when opportunities arise,
sure,
opportunities are given to those ones in Accra. Because you are in Kumasi, they are the ones considered as the big boys.
Sure.
So being in Kumasi is very difficult, my brother.
Very, very difficult.
I will not lie. It's very difficult. But there is a good side to this.
That's what I want to talk about, the opportunities that sidelines the challenges. Can we talk about some of the opportunities around?
My brother, it is very beautiful, working in Kumasi. In every space, whether it's in the creative space, like you're a movie actor, you're a musician, you're a footballer, you're a media personality, it's very beautiful. Like I said, Kumasi has a way of embracing their own. When you are doing something and they feel that, Charlie, this guy, he's giving it his all, he's top. Kumasi has a way of hyping their own. They'll make you feel like, Charlie, wait, Aqua way, Untimino. Oh yes.
Sure.
See, let me. When brothers were brothers, brothers were rapping fine, But that time, Sarkodie too was doing fire. He was rapping Charlie everywhere. Sarkodie and the Tema Boys. But Kumasi guys had that notion that Charlie Floki Stone or Rapo, Sarkodie to be for the chica from that.
Sure.
You understand? And that belief, they support you with everything that they have. When you go out, you have people, oh Charlie, Mr. Lee, oh nice. I remember Miss Naklode took me to Mrs. Naklode friends are Aban. Let me make that correction.
Sure.
Before she sends me a Samuel letter. You see, I once accompanied her to Mr. Christian Ej's office, Tabia. When we went there, she introduced me and she was like, oh, this is my producer, Barimah Kwabena. Mr. Christian Ej was like, the Barimah Nonye. Oh, my brother, sit down. And how he received us, it was beautiful.
Oh.
When you work in the media in Kumasi, everywhere you pass, people are, welcoming.
Oh.
They like to share what they have with you.
Oh.
People will even call you, Charlie, when you pass by. Oh, Charlie, there, me feel you, but that's not the same as working in the media space in Accra. In 2016, Shatawale held a concert in Kumasi. It was Shatawale for Peace concert. And he said something which was remarkable. He's say Kumasi for media jedodo. Na Kumasi there. Oye bibia organa na per se ye jiw tuma. Bra Kumasi first. Kumasi for nya jiw tuma ya jiw atum.
Wow.
And I'm before here I'm toasa so Kumasi na me sifio Kumasi. It tells you one thing. The Kumasi spirit. The hospitality spirit, the welcoming spirit.
Just look at Rapaholic.
Exactly.
In Kumasi.
Exactly. It was raining cats and dogs.
Goodness.
But they were there.
Wow.
That is what Kumasi is about. And I made a similar example earlier in our conversation that during the early days, I mean, in the 2000s, Kotoko, Stephen Odro and his colleagues will finish a league game, let's say on Sunday. By Monday, they are working at a doom and people will be dashing their money. Just like that.
Wow.
So it tells you that Kumasi has that love. Kumasi appreciates its own. So Kumasi has a way of welcoming its own.
But it got to a time, you are a testament to what I'm talking about. You see, most of the industry players, the big media players, were moving to Accra. It was like a trend.
Yes.
And as I'm speaking to you right now, most of my colleagues who are in the media space,
Exactly.
content creators, photographers, graphic designers, videographers, most of them are moving to Accra.
Yes.
What do you think is demotivating them so hard for them to take that move to Accra?
I think that the motivation to move to Accra is hinged on the fact that Accra is the capital city, like I said earlier. It's the capital city. Opportunities abound in Accra. And there is this fast trajectory of growth that you experience in Accra when you move to Accra.
Okay.
And it's evident. It's so evident. When you're doing media in Kumasi and when you move to Accra, you experience a certain level of growth.
Wow.
A certain level of growth that you yourself, you'll be astounded. A typical example is my colleague and brother, Fentu Tahiru. I worked with Fentu Tahiru at Ultimate FM, EIB Network in Kumasi. Before joining EIB, Fentu was working with Capital. He came to EIB. Fentu was doing so well. Then an opportunity came for him to move on and go to City FM in Accra. When Fentu got to Accra City, I mean, he became so big to the extent that now it's so evident. Fentu is doing so well in his space. Let's take Sadiq Adams Obama, for example.
No.
Sadiq Adams Obama was in Sunyane. He came to Angel FM Kumasi. He was doing his thing at Angel FM. Moved to Atenka in Accra. and subsequently moved to Angel 102.9. Sadiq Adams is one of the biggest entertainment sports journalists in Ghana currently.
Sure.
You understand? You see, because you are closer to the action, you are closer to the people who matter as well.
Yeah.
Accra is the city, is the big city, is the capital city where you have the business executives, you have the music executives, the radio executives, the top politicians, the diplomats. So you get the opportunities, you get connections, you build networks. So you see, sometimes I don't blame people. It's no fault of theirs.
But don't you think we can do something about decentralizing all these things so that you have a chunk of these people elsewhere in the region?
Yes.
In another part of the region.
That is the problem and challenge that we are facing in this country. I think we talk about decentralization, but I think it's only in the books and on paper. Yes. Wow. Decentralization is only in the books and on paper in Ghana. We happen to do everything practically in Accra.
In Accra, yeah.
And I'm not, on this occasion, I'm not even speaking for only Kumasi alone. I'm speaking for other cities as well.
Sure.
Everything happens in Accra, so every other city is a ghost city. You go to Takrady, you go to Sekendi, you go to Cape Coast. There's nothing happening there. You go to Ho, there's nothing happening there. Sudane, Pipi and Koso. Everything is happening in Accra. And that thing needs to stop.
Wow.
Just like you raised, we need to decentralize everything. Look at the year of return. Look at 30 December. Look at all these beautiful initiatives that we experienced. Almost everything was happening in Accra.
Accra, yeah.
30 December. Ghana 30 December. You Accra. Sandballs Beach. Good Park. All the concerts at Accra Sports Stadium.
Wow.
Because artists and business, music executives and all these other people, there's a challenge that they feel that if we take these concerts to other regions, we are not going to get return on investment. And it starts with the government of Ghana making sure that things are decentralized.
Wow.
We have other cities also playing a particular role, and other cities also, you see, apart from Kumasi, which has a lively and bubbly social life, go to the other cities. They are ghost cities, and you can attest to it.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyone watching
everything they happen for Accra.
So I mean, it becomes so difficult. You would have no option than to go there because that's where the action is. For example, University of Life podcast. If you want resource people to sit down with you, have conversations with you, they are all based in Accra.
Sure.
If people based in Kumasi too are not willing to speak,
it's sad. It's very sad.
You send them letters, proposals, you call them, and they'll be giving you excuses. Excuse my language. Tell your story. Let people be inspired by your story. That too has become a problem. You understand?
I think that mindset should be talked about. I'm very happy that you've raised this particular point because when we got started with this whole podcast, we were trying to change the narrative in Kumasi. We were trying to help people to tell their stories. All right? So while we even decide to make it more official, so what we do, we send proposals to these people. And we realize that majority of them are not willing to tell their stories. They're not willing to show up to tell their stories. And I'm but then you'll be there and you will see calls from people in Accra.
Exactly.
Ready to tell their stories.
Because they appreciate what you are doing.
Absolutely.
And they know the magnitude of what you are doing.
Isn't it sad?
It is very sad. And it should be a wake-up call to the people in Kumasi.
Tell your stories.
Business executives, creatives, open yourself up. I think this is one of the things that is killing the media space in Kumasi.
In Kumasi, yeah.
So it becomes one way. And we have, this Ghanaians have the penchant for gossip.
I want us to come there.
They have the penchant for gossip.
I want us to come there.
Oh, yes.
Wait a little bit. Relax. I want us to come there. I know you are overheated.
Well.
This is a particular area that needs a lot of discussion.
Yes, it does.
So let's zoom our discussion to content creation. First of all, if you work in the media, if you work as a content creator, is it possible to become successful in Kumasi?
Yes, it is very possible. To start off with, there are so many successful media personalities in Kumasi who are applying their trade in Kumasi, who are doing so well for themselves.
Highly successful?
Yes, they are successful. They are signing huge, juicy contracts, moving from one radio station to the another. They are successful. You understand? They are enjoying their success. Success is relative. You understand? What might be successful or what might be success to someone might not be success to me.
Sure.
You understand?
Right.
And I believe that these guys are doing what they are supposed to do and they are getting paid for it. There are people also doing content in Kumasi. They're also eating good. Typical example, Akabeneza and his crew. They found gold mine on YouTube. They've come to the realization that, look, we were doing Kumawood. We were doing so fine. Then, with the advancement of the world, with the world evolving, we have been, our business has fizzled out. Right now, Kumawood, egu, emposo, and because for us, it was about the CD sales. Miracle Films, Pat Thomas, KJTia.
Sure.
That would be a Karimode. You understand?
Sure.
But they are no more there. So what are the other avenues to tap into, make sure that we first of all, stay relevant and also enjoy a bit of success in terms of monetary success. So they realize that, okay, YouTube is a gold mine. Let's tap it into there. And I like it when Dr. Laiki says that Wademaya shaped that narrative, gave him that perspective that, look, if you venture into this area, it will help you. And they are eating.
And it worked.
It worked for them. They are eating good, my brother. You understand? They are based in Kumasi. They are not based in Accra. They are in Kumasi. They are shooting skits here and there.
Wow.
Apart from the skits, there are other content creators who have content on other niches who are enjoying. So it depends on what you want to do.
Absolutely. I want us to touch on this. With a niche selection,
yes,
to be a content creator, do I need to follow my passion, or I should just give what the market wants?
This is a great question. It's a good one. I remember some time back we went for a workshop, a training workshop. It was organized by MTN Ghana at Golden Bean. So I was seated on the same table with my good brothers, Ebenezer, Nanaya Odonko, NYDJ, and Prince Kokoseni Swagat. We were all on the same table.
Hey, Swagat.
Yes. And then my Swagat was telling me, Swagat was like, Barima, who the NYDJ actually comedy will grow?
What?
And I was like, why are you saying that? I say, if you want to do the same niche or content or style of writing as NYDJ, you would be hungry because NYDJ does not do all this, that's concerned drama.
He's following his passion.
Yes, he's following his passion, trying to stand out. And by doing so, he has become an authority. I know people who would go to NYDJ comment section and would be like, oh, I saw this news, but I didn't believe it. I was waiting for you to confirm it.
Wow.
You understand? So, following your passion, right, will make you stand out. It depends on what you want in the long run, in the long term. If it's business for you, because media content creation is all business. If you are interested in the dollars at the end of the month, then you will be fixated on the business aspect of content creation. But if you want to leave a lasting legacy and an impression on people to be remembered for later, you can have both. You can follow your passion and still get the money. Because following your passion doesn't mean that you are going to do trash. It will take a while before people consume or get used or get accustomed to that particular type of content.
Yeah.
or that path that you are chasing.
Right.
But in the long run, you are going to be successful. What Barimah started? Nobody gave him that support he's enjoying now. But look at Barimah. He's the biggest YouTuber in Africa now. But huge numbers.
Wow.
Recently, Barimah was in Dubai or so, Abu Dhabi or Dubai or so, with Mr. Beast and other creators around the world who have huge numbers. So, see, the point is that the fact that everyone is doing it doesn't mean you should also do it. What do you believe in? What are your principles? What do you stand for?
Okay.
You understand?
And that defines your value.
Exactly.
Defines your passion, what you are passionate about.
Yes. So follow your passion. Do it diligently. You will be rewarded. In the long run, you will be picked. You will be picked from the lot. Because there are so many content creators following their crowd. The fact that they see that, so and so TV is doing that, they also want to do the same thing. But before setting out to be a content creator or creator, you had some certain level of idea in your head. Now, this is what I want to do. So why are you switching? Stick to it. It will take a long time, but it would pay off. People don't like to go through the process. They want the easy way out.
Wow.
Numbers. It doesn't work like that.
When we started this podcast, I had a lot of people who came into my DM to tell me to go a certain direction. I wanted to go this direction. But I realized that if I have to chase clout instead of authenticity and value, at the end of the day, I'll get the numbers though, but I won't be satisfied.
Exactly.
There won't be any form of fulfillment.
Exactly. So you have to stick to what you believe in.
Wow.
In any person who doesn't have certain level of principles or values or beliefs follows the crowd, is easily swayed by what another person says. Setting out, you had your plan. This is what I want to do. I want to do University of Life podcast. Talk about people's stories, business stories, successful stories. That is what you are doing. Tackling deep conversations. That's what you are doing.
Absolutely.
Yes. You don't have to veer off because someone is doing some Kokonsa content somewhere. So you have seen that they are doing some Kokonsa content. They have 1 million views. No. You will lose your authenticity and your originality.
Then I will end up chasing clout.
Yes. The money is good. The money is good. You will get the money. But you see, are you fulfilled? Doing what you want to believe in or what you believe in will still fetch you the money if you do it well. So why don't you stick to your principles, do it well, and get the bonus, which is the money as well? See, let me say this. Because everyone is doing something, people want to do. So people end up choosing some certain type of niches that they follow.
Wow.
You are not a lifestyle vlogger or blogger. Don't force yourself. It is not by force. There's no levels to it. They have a penchant for gossip. Ghana for Pekokonsa.
Sure.
We are interested in other people's business.
Absolutely.
Aside our business. You understand? So you would find that some time back, people were like, na Zion Felix content there. Na de bia no akofa camera. Na we anyway Zion de open to. And I told someone that look, Zion Felix content is a reflection of the society he lives in.
Sure.
Because the society has high taste for gossip. They have high taste for what Mr. Lee is doing in his bedroom.
Wow.
Than minding their own business. So, you see, the content that back in the days they were on publication. And in media, we have print media, we have traditional, which is traditional media, print, we have radio, TV.
Sure.
And we have new media. Back then, print media had this strategy that they were using. So there were newspapers that were using this strategy. And it's the same strategies that content creators are using these days.
Now. Yeah, it's true.
Wild captions, wild headlines.
Do you have an example?
Example, PMP back in the days.
Okay.
So PMP with some wild screaming banner headline. JJ Rollins has shot his girlfriend. So, in your mind, JJ Rollins banner
that was a headline.
Yes. Baby Jet denies pregnancy.
Wow.
Some wild screaming headline. So you'll be like, nah, what story is this? So you are obliged to go and buy the newspaper and read. When you read the story, Kofi Asamoah, aka JJ Rollins, a resident of Achuma Bokro in the Ashanti region, has shot and killed his girlfriend.
Wow.
You understand?
Interesting.
They do these things, same things these days.
That was print media.
Print media back in the days. Newspapers.
Back in the days.
Back in the days. These days, same thing. You go on YouTube and you find this like a wild caption because people love gossip.
Wow.
There are sometimes some contents that you consume that you realize that there is no correlation between the headline
and
or the
content.
caption and the content.
So much difference.
So much difference. It has crept even into the movie industry.
Wow.
Nigerian movies.
Wow.
Nollywood movies. If I'm lying, the prince's daughter is the billionaire who disguised himself as a poor man you go and watch the movie and it's far from that.
Wow.
Because of what? People love to see wild things. So they will tell you that negativity sells in PR.
Is it only a Ghanaian thing?
It's a global phenomenon. It happens. Even the Daily Mail does that. Sun, in the UK, they do it.
Wow.
It's a global phenomenon, my brother. But you see, those who have always been consistent, who have, chosen that, look, I'm going to uphold my principles, my values, and do this thing diligently. They've done it and they've been rewarded massively. There are people doing content, which are solid content, doing it, and people recognize them for their efforts.
Absolutely.
So I don't see the need why people should be rushed. See, there are so many gray areas in Kumasi that you can tap in. You cannot get the beyond. I was say concern. I was say asa. When you go to the Kumasi Mall on Sundays, you'll be astonished. You'll be astounded. The number of content creators at Kumasi Mall, it will shock you. If you are not careful, by the time you leave the mall, you are in someone's video. There are so many areas that we can tap in.
Wow.
There are so many gray areas in the Ashanti region. Kumasi, you can talk to businesses. You can do content selling your city. People don't know Kumasi.
Wow.
What are you doing to promote your city?
That's true.
The culture. We have a beautiful culture.
Sure.
Menshia doors are always open.
Wow.
You can walk in there, do that type of content. You can talk to businesses. Kumasi or the Ashanti region is noted for its trade. Kumasi is noted for its trade economy. You can talk to people within that set. That setting, that setup. Talk to boys. You understand? Boys are working. You can go to Melcom, pick their thoughts, how they are doing their businesses. You can go to PZ. There's that notion. People think that, the boys are at PZ, they are criminals. That stereotype.
Good.
You understand? What? Because you can do a content about it. Go there. Speak to them. How they do their business. They will tell you more. So content should vary. Somebody comes to Kumasi and the first fufu joint they want to go to is Ife fufu. What is the secret? Tell us. Celebrities want to eat your fufu. Tell us.
But Barima, are these people ready to tell their stories?
If they are not ready to tell their stories, I believe that there will be someone who is ready to tell the story or tell his or her story. I think we should focus on those people who want to tell their stories. If these ones don't want to, let's leave them.
If you are watching this podcast and you would want to tell your story, this is the right opportunity for you. Now let's look at what are some of the things that you think these young creators are doing that needs advice.
Young creators should understand that no one is coming to save them unless themselves. No one is willing to do anything for them unless they do it themselves. So this idea of waiting on someone to hold your hand is not going to happen. The person that you are expecting to hold your hand will not hold your hand. So you have to do it yourself. Young creators should abandon this idea of, it should happen at once. No, they should trust the process. Go through the mill. You understand?
Sure.
If you don't go through the mill or you want to jump the queue, you are going to encounter a lot of difficulties. Rome wasn't built in a day. Success won't be achieved in a day. All the big creators around the world, they started somewhere. I believe when Speed started streaming, it wasn't this huge. But now look at Speed. He's all over Africa touring. You understand?
Sure.
Because his consistency, he has built a certain level of consistency. He's taking the time to go through the mill, go through the fire, build a solid brand. So it only gets better if you don't give up on yourself.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
And young creators should be willing to be different. You don't have to do what everyone is doing. Be different. It is difficult, but be different. Stand out. In the long run, people will appreciate you for what you are doing.
Interesting.
Yes.
Would you advise anyone starting a content to invest in equipment, or you advise them to start with what they have?
As a beginner, I would advise that you should have something doing on the side to support content.
Okay.
Unless you are able to stand on your feet and afford the things that you want to afford, find something on the side, do it, and attach it to the content creation that you want to do. So you might not shoot content every day. You can do it once a week. Let it look like a podcast, or let it look like a vlog, or like, let's say, a series. So you can serialize your content. It comes one in a week. You do proper production, well researched. Then you give it to the consumers or the viewers. They will love it. So every week they are yearning to watch until you are able to fully fund what you want to do. Start with what you have. All the biggest creators started small.
Sure.
You don't have it all. We are not living in America, UK, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, where you can afford things maybe on credit and pay it small. No. So start with your camera, your phone. You have an iPhone 11. Start with it.
What do you stand for?
I stand for originality, authenticity, and also principles. Upholding principles.
Okay.
Doing what you believe in. You understand?
Sure.
I mean, you should not follow the crowd. The crowd will definitely get you thinking, should I switch? But no, stick to your belief. We can do better as content creators. Wow. Enough of the Mami 360 content.
Wow.
Enough of it. What's your name? My name is this. Give me 360.
Wow.
I mean, can I touch it? What kind of thing is that? Why should people be going around touching people's private parts, touching people's ass?
All in the name of
content creation.
Wow. It means that sometimes I feel like we've lost our values.
Oh, yes, we have.
And we are also chasing clouds.
Yes.
This is something that we need to see an end to.
Yes.
But then one other thing that we forgot to talk about is that you can also create content from your scale.
Exactly.
I know one lady on TikTok who is an English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Her whole content is surrounded around teaching people how to speak fluently, how to communicate confidently. And she has massive following.
Exactly.
If you know how to cook, you can create a content out of it.
And that is where Chef Abby's coming. She's cooking. She's not showing up half naked.
Wow.
And her cooking and her skill has taken her to global stages.
Wow.
That is what we are talking about. Bro, that's what we are talking about. Find a niche, specialize in it. Build that niche correctly. This is what we are talking about. Use your skills, do it and do it properly. Chef Abby's, because of her skill, she did an event last year. She fed the street a lot of people. So, bro, we can do a lot. We can do a lot by paying attention to the skills we have, master that area, and do it well.
Interesting.
Yes.
Teacher Blessing, that's your name. Wherever you are. Yes. Shout outs to you, Teacher Blessing. You are doing an amazing job on TikTok. And there are other creators too on TikTok who are doing an amazing job. They find a niche out of their skill and they are teaching people how to do a lot of things.
See, let's encourage people to do proper journalism, practice proper journalism, proper content. Let's tell our stories in a positive way.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Barimah Kwabena Owusu. I'm feeling emotional to ask this question because I know you never expected this question. If today were your last day on earth, what would you be remembered for?
If today was my last day on earth, I want to be remembered for that guy who showed a lot of care, who was there for his friends, his family. And it does not take money alone to show support.
Wow.
Understand? So if I am no more today, I want to be remembered for that guy who gave his all, who loved people, who supported people. You understand?
Wow.
I mean, that's all life is about.
Hope you enjoyed this episode on University of Life podcast. This has been an insightful conversation with Barimah Kwabena Owusu. We spoke about content creation, we spoke about traditional media, and surviving in the media space in Kumasi. See you in the next episode. My name is Lee. Cheers to greatness.